Hello friends, welcome to Friday Beyond Spotlights, Hong Kong's new insightful program looking into the lives of our most remarkable high achievers and getting their take on this city's past, present and future.
Our guests will give their personal perspectives for a new generation, inspiring Hong Kong for a better society.
So sit back and relax and we'll take you beyond the spotlights.
Welcome to Friday Beyond Spotlights, where we invite leading minds and game changers with incomparable experience and unique knowledge to come on our light-hearted yet informative show to help business leaders and the wider community gain insights, grasp opportunities, and see behind and beyond spotlights, so we can get the full picture, dream bigger, and achieve more together. I'm your host for this episode. My name is Nick Chan, lawyer and lawmaker. And Friday Beyond Spotlights is honored and pleased to present to you our guest today, Dr. Sunny Chai, BBS, JP, Chairman of the Federation of Hong Kong Industries, and concurrently also the Chairman of the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park. Sunny, welcome onto the show.
Thank you, Nick.
Well, today you're here to talk about Hong Kong at the heart of industrialization 4.0. Are there particular special DNAs of Hong Kong, unique characteristics, why Hong Kong is so successful in being the heart of industrialization or industrialization 4.0?
Hong Kong definitely have a very major role because Hong Kong, in terms of our law, our professional services, like lawyer, accountants, auditors, designers, patent lawyers, okay, they all have very prestige and outstanding international standards. I must say, in the recent years, the government had committed to invest a lot in innovation and technology. The 130 billion invest into Hong Kong's INT really means something, and it was done in a few years.
You talk about the Hong Kong government support. So apart from the Hong Kong SAR government using great support from the central Chinese government?
Okay, with the 14 five-year plan, okay, that lays a very, very clear direction for Hong Kong in terms of INT to be a international INT hub. So what's the role for Hong Kong? Yeah. Okay, it's very clear that it's international, the word international. So Hong Kong has already been praised in terms of some merits, such as being an international city, the good rule of law, our protection of IP, and besides the quality of our universities. We have 5 universities, top 100 in the QS. So this is not just something just come as a coincidence.
The rental in Hong Kong is quite expensive. Is this the right place to continue to do industrialization?
The HKSTP had helped a lot on this. Now, with the 3 InnoParks, we have over close to 150 grantees, and these grantees will have will grant with their lands and build the factories since the 70s and 80s and 90s in TKO. The multi-story buildings for specific industry purpose I mentioned before. Actually, HKSTP rent them out at a very economic rate, and these buildings are not just simple regular factory buildings. They are such as built for high floor loading, high ceiling, tackle for advanced manufacturing, etc.
And some have clean rooms, right?
Yeah, some of them are clean room ready or is ready to be built.
In talking to you today, I think the penny dropped for me at least. It's no accident that you're both the chairman and also of FHKI and also Science Park, because these two, I mean, whilst they are very heavy burden, but these two things need to go together: industrialization or reindustrialization or being industrialist, but also science, technology, innovation, entrepreneurship. These things come hand in hand. So having the same person at the helm of these two organizations, I think it's a great thing. What do you think?
Okay, I didn't plan for the line for HKSTP because in the recent, one of the slogan, when they were rebranding an industrial estate to InnoPark, they call it R to I, meaning research to industry. Yeah. In the past, we were mostly talking about research and development at Science Park, at Park Secok area. Oh. And then, so after R&D, what do? It's commercialization.
Right.
But within commercialization, you're missing some part, which is manufacturing.
Right.
You still have to go through someone to help you within the industry. So R to I is a completion of the process.
So you do the prototypes and
exactly.
re-engineering. And
exactly.
That's fantastic.
By transforming businesses and adopting artificial intelligence, smart data, and advanced manufacturing practices in Hong Kong, this will pave the way for expansion into the Greater Bay Area and the ASEAN economies.
This will take the Made in Hong Kong label to the next level.
Can you share with us the role of FHKI for Hong Kong's industries and business community?
FHKI was founded in 1960. It's one of the leading industry associations in Hong Kong, and it's the only statutory body association currently. We have a very top-notch governance within the association. And of course, it covers almost all the industries you can name in Hong Kong.
When you say it covers all the industries in Hong Kong, does the word federation mean something more than the other business associations?
Yes, it does. Within the federation today, we have 32 industry groups. You can name from chemical to biotech, electronics, toys, automation, and even two industry groups that we don't have voting rights are trading and professional services like lawyers.
China now accounts for 1/3 of the world's output. But some foreign politicians are turning into the color of your jacket, green with envy. And then, just to distract maybe from the domestic problems, they are saying China, or maybe you guys are using slave labor. Is there such a thing? Is slave labor available?
Honestly, I've been operating factories in China since 1986. Okay, I've not heard of such things. I've not seen such things among my factory or my subcontractors.
Sometimes we suddenly see a bit more unilateral sanctions that are not really approved by the UN Security Council, but they do it anyway. Is that hurting the Chinese economy, or is that also hurting the global supply line?
Okay, let's put it this way. When we had the increase of the tariff for products made in China and export to the US, that had created some trouble. But honestly, if you look at the final impact, manufacturers could not afford to reduce their price by 25%. They can't. I mean, the cost is there, and of course, recently, last year particularly, most of the material and shipping costs, container costs, they have all gone up. So who will be suffering at the end? It's end customer. Definitely will be end customer who will be suffering.
Have businesses been thinking about diversifying their place of operation, setting up shops in Vietnam or Cambodia and so on? But are they closing their factories in mainland China completely?
No, it's in the federation. We call this a China plus one. So if you look at industry like electronics or electrical appliances, I would say it's very hard to have a place to replace a massive factories in China. The industrialists I have seen in our federation who open up their China plus one strategy with a factory in Vietnam or Thailand, mostly because of the tariff issue. And honestly, with the direct cost is higher than China, of course.
What do you make of the double circulation strategy in mainland China to boost the economy?
So for a lot of mainland manufacturers or Hong Kong manufacturers, many of them has been looking into domestic selling in mainland many years ago. And while we were enjoying our foreign business for a long time, but so it's the other way around now in mainland with many mainland manufacturers, and they have been enjoying a lot of businesses mostly done domestically. So it's always nice to have a balance.
Hong Kong's industries are well positioned to leverage on and succeed under national strategies, including the 14th Five-Year Plan and the Greater Bay Area Development Plan.
Hong Kong will prioritise advanced electronics, food technology and food processing, recycling and environmental industry, and the biotechnology industry, assisting these industries in setting up locally advanced manufacturing production lines to harness Hong Kong's strong R&D capabilities and favourable policy support in these fields.
Hong Kong is a globally competitive city. There's a lot to like about it. A lot of people from all walks of life live in Hong Kong in harmony. But in your words, you, someone who shares such a special bond with Hong Kong, what is so lovable, so special and unique about Hong Kong?
The East meet West scenario, it's very hard to replace it.
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sunny.
Thank you, Nick.
Well, we'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Friday Beyond Spotlights. Our guest today is Dr. Sunny Chai. Well, who is Sunny Chai beyond the spotlights? We have invited Sunny Chai to bring along an item that reminds him of a principle or a special place or point in time in his career. Sunny?
Yeah, thank you, Nick. I brought along with me two photos of products that we developed. I'm sure you have heard of connected scale, IoT scales.
Yes.
That measures your weight, your body fat, and keep track of these numbers on your IoT or Android devices. But imagine the similar device was developed 21 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, so we didn't have iOS or Android. So what we did is we used a device, a personal data assistant, a PDA. Actually, it's a palm-based PDAs. It's the same with a Dragon Ball CPU inside.
Wow.
So it also has their own app and transfer the scale data via the infrared device to the unit here. If we look at these two products, the evolution of them in the year 2000 up to today, the same story can happen to many industrialists in the 50s or 60s that came up with many outstanding, innovative products that we are still using today, such as some of the electrical appliances or shavers, okay, that when they came out in the last century, we thought it's an astonishing item. So for young industrialists, you just have to keep trying and look to the future. Without the operating system we have today on our mobile phones, so we have something similar. So I didn't get a Guinness record on this, but I can tell you this is definitely the first connected scale in the world that was developed in year 2000.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You make us proud. And you actually make these, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
And you are the largest scale maker in the world.
We are more comprehensive now because we are not just making consumer scale. We are more in industrial weighing now.
And I think our buses going through the Hong Kong Harbour Tunnel uses your scale.
There was a truck scale there as well. Yeah.
Pretty impressive. I see in your shirt you said, I am industrialist. What are the principles, core values as an industrialist?
Whether you are a first generation or second generation, to run a factory or being an industrialist, you have to be very, very committed. Because in not just today, I mean in the old days with our R&Ds, without the fundings we have like today, there are so many trial and errors. So if you get upset and discouraged when you hit something that you didn't like, and you gave up, so that's all. I mean that you could call it for the history, and ended it. But if you keep trying and go on and commit to a target, that's why a lot of our industrialists in Hong Kong, they were being the #1 manufacturers in their area in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
So be committed is
Yes,
the key.
be committed, be committed.
Well, as we reflect on the past, introspectively look at where we are today, engage into the future, what does the future hold for Hong Kong through to 2047 and beyond?
The policy address came out October last year, so hopefully there are lots of new things coming in the next 10 years. I mean, such as the Northern Metropolis, the new big piece of reclaimed area in a nearby science park, the further development of Hong Kong INT as an international hub, and throughout 2047, and my feeling is stability, and the stability for Hong Kong to continue to do business and continue to do INT is the key thing.
May I invite you to share a few words, your tips from your heart with the young generation?
My key word is commitment. When you are committed to do a change, then you have to commit to continue, no matter how many times you fail. So this is the key.
Sunny, can I invite you to share an item that perhaps reminds you of a turning point in your life?
Yep, sure, Nick. This is the trophy I got when I got the 2004 Young Industrialist Award. And the reason why I would think this is a turning point for myself is because when I applied for this award, in my portfolio, I didn't serve the industry at all. I joined the associations, but I don't serve in the committees, or I don't serve any government bodies. So my public service was almost zero when I applied for this award. And I was actually asked by the judge, one of the judges, that my portion in public services was empty. So my answer at the judging panel was, I said, if I would get the award, I would commit to serve the public and serve the industry association. And I think that's how and where I start all my public services from 2004.
That's most memorable.
Yes.
And what would you say to people who have the heart and interest to serve the public?
I think, first of all, you need to choose what you are really interested in. For example, for myself, I start serving my first service did for the industry, besides the federation, for the government, was serving at the board of S3, Applied Science and Technology Research Institute, which is one of the R&D centers in Hong Kong. And I was young. I think I was 37. I was among the youngest board member at that moment in 2006. So I think first of all, you need to pick the area that you are really interested in. Otherwise, it's very hard to continue. And so I guess I was lucky, and I picked the area I like, and I learned a lot in these different entities. And so I continue with 2 and 3 other jobs in the Innovation and Technology Commission, and up to now with Science Park. And I see you have been pointing and looking at my jacket a lot.
Yes, green with envy.
Green with the logo,
Yes.
the Federation logo, and I'm industrialist. Even though you are not an industrialist yourself, I would love you to have a
You're
jacket
very
for you.
kind.
Okay, Nick.
Thank you, Dr. Chai. Thank you. I am industrialist.
Yes.
Well, can I invite you to share with our international business audience your well wishes for Hong Kong?
So I hope in the coming days, the pandemic situation will be improved and we can overcome COVID-19 and we keep our borders open everywhere.
Well, thank you, Sunny. That's wonderful. Well, Sunny, can we get personal and fire you some rapid questions?
Sure.
What is your favorite color?
Black.
Ice cream flavor?
Rum raisin.
Favorite drink?
Beer.
Favorite sport?
Sailing.
Your favorite place to bring visitors to Hong Kong?
Science Park.
Your favorite type of music?
Jazz music.
Childhood game?
Manufacturing.
Your hidden talent?
Nothing.
Last book you've read?
Hong Kong Industrialist.
The biggest misconception about you?
That I'm very hardworking.
But you are.
Depends.
Your proudest moment?
Birth of my children.
Qualities you admire most about your parents?
Very hardworking.
Your dream job?
The chairman of the Federation.
You're already living a dream.
Yes.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Keep on trying and to commit.
Sunny, where's your favorite place to eat?
Anywhere with my friends and family.
What is the best compliment you've heard?
I've lost weight.
You have?
I did.
Thank you, Sunny.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you for joining Friday Beyond Spotlights. Be well.
Sunny is an industrialist's industrialist. He's leading the way to strengthen research to industry and transform the industrial community to be more innovative.
And successful as the industrialization 4.0 takes place around the world. And he looks good in green.
He does. Thank you for watching Friday Beyond Spotlights. Until next time, goodbye.